Bengals Pulse, the heartbeat of our victorious Cincinnati Bengals.
Can't miss player. I really do. A lot of people think I'm crazy. I think when he gets on the field, he's going to produce. He's going to produce at a high level.
They are almost unbeatable in December and January.
We're on another level. Thank you.
And I am going to become the first Bengals broadcaster to call a Super Bowl title. It's happening.
Yes,
It's happening this year.
In a row, Mon. 10 in a row.
Hooday, Bengal fans. Hooday, Bengal fans. He is Mon. He is Eric. I am Jake. This is the Bengals Pulse, the heartbeat of our 1-0 Cincinnati Bengals, guys. Something we have not been able to say since 2021 when we did go to the Super Bowl. Hopefully, good things to come. We have got a lot to talk about. We are going to preview the Bengals-Jaguars home opener this weekend in Cincinnati at 1 o'clock on Sunday. We are also going to talk about, guys, a lot of stuff going on roster move-wise today for our Bengals. And then, of course, the AFC North predictions with a little bit of a robot voice there. We got a big show. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Hopefully everyone is still very excited. We're going to talk a little bit. We're going to start the show off, right, Eric? We're going to talk a little bit about our final thoughts on Bengals-Browns. Hopefully Mon has taken some of his medicine and calm down a little bit. I don't think he has. I'm excited to hear what Mon has to say with his final thoughts on Bengals-Browns. So, Mon, before we get to all that, my man, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm excited that we're 1-0, and I'm looking forward to being in Cincinnati this weekend to see the Bengals play the Jaguars. I'm also proud to be wearing this Princeton Tiger.
Very nice.
Hey,
shirt. Look.
But hold on one second. This is not that Princeton. This is the Princeton, West Virginia Tigers. Princeton High School. They're number 2 in the state. 2 years ago, they lost in the finals. Last year, they lost in the semifinals. This year, they're breaking through. My cousin Willie got me this shirt. I watched them play last Friday night on TV. They're a great team. I love the Princeton Tigers. And back to our Bengals real quick. I can't wait to talk about the Browns game because I still want to talk about some things. So say hi to Eric and let's go.
Wow. Let's hear what Eric has to say.
Listen, the more that mustache grows, the more the head grows. It's like the head and the mustache.
He's on another level. I shouldn't have put that clip in the introduction. He's on another level.
Listen, I'm glad that I'm in my Bengal room, because if I were sitting next to him I'm not sure I could fit with the piling up going on.
Eric wants to talk. Let's go.
Eric, how you doing, buddy? You good?
Man, I'm ready for today because on Sunday night's podcast, I was trying to get you guys to embrace the fact that we were 1-0, and it felt like it was going to go dark. So after a couple days of reflection, after all of Zim's hype tweets and hype messages and hearing their podcast, I'm ready to hear you guys get back on board with me and see the fact that a win is an effing win. We're 1-0. If Joe Burrow makes 1 or 2 more plays last year, the Bengals beat the Patriots 17-16, and we go to the playoffs and we win the Super Bowl. That's the difference that Week 1 makes. So I'm ready to hear that from you guys. With that, let's get
our final thoughts.
I want to know what Mon's cloud says, because
it's got to be a picture of a clock running down the field.
Oh, nice. Well done. Mon, let's start with you, buddy. Your final thoughts. Why did Mon get 2 clouds and I only got 1? That's kind of
no. So actually, I've got 2 clouds. You guys each have 1 because I that's just the way it worked out.
Mon, what are your final thoughts, buddy? What are your final thoughts?
I want you guys to know something. I want you to know something about Mon, the fire Mon. Mon can walk and chew gum at the same time. I want everybody to know that. I can walk and chew gum at the same time. I
Hold
could
on.
be happy.
You remember those 80s commercials for the Double Mint twins? You remember the spearmint, the double mint stuff? I'm definitely going to have eight.
I'm too young for that.
Oh, you're older than me, man. Don't wait for 1 year. We're gonna have a big celebration for you. But I'm gonna have AI turn Mon into the Double Mint twins now because his walking
Okay.
and chewing gum.
Great. My daughter's going to like AI. Okay. She hates that already. No, I can walk and chew gum. I could be angry and happy at the same time. I said I'm glad they're 1-0. But guys, I just had to acknowledge some of the problems we saw that day. I caught a lot of hell on Twitter. That's just the way I'm wired. Acknowledging the good, acknowledging the bad. That's part of being a human. That's part of being real. That's Mon. But hey, I am happy. 1-0 is better than 0-1. Really is. Had a clinical today. All the students heard about the Bengals all day. They didn't learn much about EMS, but hey, who cares? We're talking about the Bengals right now.
So
I'm joking. If my bosses are listening, that was a joke.
Listen, it's the Bengals Pulse. You're talking about restarting people's heartbeats. That's relative. Let's get into some of the details. So give us your thoughts on the things that were really, really good in that game. We saw some stats about the Bengals were the number 2 defense in the league on Sunday. Number 1 was the Cleveland Browns. So Jake's flashing in and out and going to give us a seizure here. But so let's go to Jake first since you're demanding attention. Was the Bengals defense more than you expected?
It was. I mean, obviously it was. And let me just say this. I agree with Mon. I think being a true fan is being able to look at the positives and the negatives. So, I was right there with Mon. I think it's one of those games where, yes, I'm happy we're 1-0 because it's been a long time since that has happened. But at the same time, you definitely saw a lot of the same inconsistencies with the offense. You saw some struggles, sustaining drives. I mean, 4 in a row. So yes, they won, but if they didn't win, we would be sitting here talking about how the Bengals had another slow start. And I think that's the one thing that I think Mon and I both can agree on is, this team, our expectations of this team is to win a Super Bowl. And I think, yes, it's okay that we won a football game and we're 1-0, but I think it's also okay to point out that we did not play very well offensively and we weren't consistent. But I am happy. I'm happy we're 1-0. Listen, it feels a lot better right now than being 0-1 and losing to the Patriots. So I am happy about that. But I agree with Mon. I think we do have to look at those things defensively, guys. Let's start with that because that was, I think, a point of emphasis even last year. We didn't see a lot of interceptions last year from our secondary. We had 2 on Sunday already in game 1, and both of them were very crucial interceptions. The Bengals creating some turnovers, which were very nice to see. I think the only thing I would say is right now that, my only concern is a lack of pass rush that we did not see from the defensive side of the ball. But I love the way Logan Wilson played. He was absolutely lights out. I think I sent over today to you guys. I think, didn't I send you over the grades? I don't know. Again, I know some people they're not big on some of those ranking systems, but PFF's grades, we had Logan Wilson was right at the top of the defense, which I was very excited. Logan Wilson with an 89.4. Shamar Stewart came in number 2 at 88.9. Trey Hendrickson, 88.1. And Dax Hill, a 78.6. So, again, very good to see those 4 guys at the top of the list as far as if you're a PFF person. But I think the defense and the way the defense played. Yes, the Cleveland Browns are not good, but this is the NFL, and you're on the road against a division opponent. Defensively, and you've seen the rest of these games. There hasn't been a lot of good offensive football going on. The Bengals defense showed up. It showed up big, and I think that, to me, is the most exciting thing about the win is the way the defense played. Mon, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I watched the game a couple times. What I really enjoyed was the defensive line for the Bengals controlled the line of scrimmage. The pass rush was good. Could it be a little better? I think it can be, but Slayton and Pennell did what they needed to do. Let's remember something. I know nobody's going to mistake, think the Browns are the greatest show on turf. But Wyatt Teller, Conklin, Bitonio, Posick, I think that's his name, the center, really good players.
Yeah.
Two of those guys were NFL All-Pros, not Pro Bowlers, first-team All-Pros a couple years ago. So for our defensive line to do what they did against those guys, hats off to them. The Pennell signing looks like something that's going to be a big positive because TJ Slayton is a dude. Pennell is a bristled veteran that's going to give him some breathers there. I really enjoyed that. I just got to say something. I know the Bengals offense, I'm convinced they're going to rebound. They're going to have a great game against the Jags. I think it's the best offense in football. I know they had a bad opening week, but guys, is there a player in the NFL that gives the Bengals more problems than Myles Garrett? Myles Garrett is our kryptonite. We're Superman, our Bengals offense, and Myles Garrett comes in and he just takes over the game. He changes the game plan.
He's a lot of people's kryptonite.
He is. He's an amazing player, but he really has 13 sacks against Joe Burrow in his career, and he's just phenomenal. And I don't know. This is just me, and I think Zach Taylor sometimes. I don't want to say coach is scared, but he's timid play calling wise around Myles Garrett.
I think
a lot of coaches are. A lot of coaches are.
I think you're 100% right about that. Let me say this too, because somebody's name I need to throw out there because I talked about this safety room. Jordan Battle. Jordan Battle coming in right under Dax Hill with a 76.9. Jordan Battle had a great game, guys. He really did. He played great that second half. Obviously, the big interception led the team in tackles with 12. Not always a great thing when your safety leads the team in tackles, but in this case, he played really well. You know what's crazy, guys, is I think to us, TJ Slayton, I felt like he played a great game. PFF had him all the way down at a 55.4. Which was one of the third lowest on the defense. Guess who the lowest was, Mon, on PFF?
Yeah.
Cam Taylor-Britt, a 35.6 PFF rating. Ugh, that's not good. Again, if you're a PFF person, that is not good. Hopefully, Cam Taylor-Britt, we saw the struggles. We were all hoping that we would see a different Cam Taylor-Britt. He obviously struggled on Sunday. But all in all, right? All in all, a lot of positives from this defensive side of the ball. But definitely, it's a little nerve-wracking that Cam Taylor-Britt is supposed to be that corner that's taking over that job as far as that boundary guy, that lockdown corner, and he comes in as the lowest grade on the defense. Below 40, not good.
Yeah, if the pass rush can be a little more consistent, I think it could help people like Cam Taylor-Britt. We're going to need more plays that like from DJ Turner and Jordan Battle, great interceptions. They weren't easy picks. Secondary needs to play better. They do, and overall, I'm happy with the defense. They were on the field 35 minutes, and that takes a lot out of a team. So I expect a better performance this Sunday. If you want to spend some money gambling, pick the Bengals, pick the over, do whatever, Bengal offense, whatever is on Hard Rock or whatever app you use, pick the Bengals. Spend some money on them because you're going to make money.
And you're right about the Myles. You're right about the Myles Garrett. Sorry, Eric. Let me just say this real quick because I didn't get to respond to Myles Garrett, but you're right. I mean, Zach Taylor is definitely he gets shook, right? When there's a guy like a Watt or a Garrett, he gets shook in his play calling. And you know how you can tell that, Mon? Because our two best receivers, probably the two best tandem receivers in the NFL, less than 10 total targets between the two of them on Sunday. That is unreal.
Jake, my frustration is this. Correct me if I'm wrong, people in our chat. I didn't see a lot of help for Orlando Brown on Myles Garrett. They did move him around. You know what? I mean, I would dedicate Drew Sample somebody.
Just Drew Sample a little bit. But
yeah. I mean, I know just slow him down. I mean, allocate some more resources there. Slow him down. That one hit he put on Joe Burrow was one of the hardest hits I've seen on Joe Burrow in his career, and he's been hit a lot. He really has been. He leveled him, and that was concerning. But hey, let's move on. It's a win. There was a lot of positives, a lot of things. We can all agree on something here. The Bengals offense is the least of my worries, even though they had a terrible game.
Yes.
They had a terrible game. It's the least of my worries. They're going to rebound.
Yes.
I feel sorry for Jacksonville this week. I honestly do. They're going to put up some points.
Yeah, the big thing is Joe Burrow's pissed off. Jamar Chase is pissed off. We got to see some replays where I don't know what Joe was doing on the play because it was an Andy Dalton type play, but he went to Gesicki as his first read, and Gesicki was covered by their number one cornerback. And we see the replay now, and T. Higgins is open for a first down. But worse than that, Jamar Chase is wide open coming open right in front of Gesicki. And if Jamar Chase is the first read, he catches that, runs into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe's not going to make those mistakes again. You don't see that often for Joe. You do see it in week one. So it is one of those things where maybe Joe needs to play a whole game in the preseason because he's just sped up. And I'm ready for week two. Joe Burrow's going to be pissed off. You know, fantasy owners, you better be starting Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, because it's a redemption week. And if history tells us anything, they're going to go off. With that, we did get an update today. Let's move on to our next topic. We got an update today that Lucas Patrick has been placed on the IR. He's not eligible to come back for at least 4 weeks. What are your thoughts on that, Mon? Where are we going to go? Are we good with Reisner, or should we call Scherf?
Actually, I'm being silly doing this. I don't want any Bengal hurt. I think he's a good reserve player. He's our backup center. Want him to get back on the team. He makes the Bengals better depth-wise when he's on the active roster. I have no problem with him being on the active roster. I just wasn't crazy about him being a starter. He was hurt last year. He gets nicked up. Reisner is going to be the guy there. We only have 8 offensive linemen right now. We only keep about 8 active during the season. So, we know who the active guys are going to be this week against the Jaguars. But I want him to get better. He's going to be off for out for at least 4 games. But that started the domino effect with a bunch of other roster moves.
So who do you think?
Well, let me say this real quick. Do you guys think that Lucas Patrick? I don't know, and maybe I'm wrong here. And comment in the comment section if you think I am. But do you kind of feel like he's a little bit of a boo-boo guy? Like, I mean, ever since we signed him, I feel like he missed a lot of practice for boo-boos. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I just feel like I'm being nice about this, but I feel like he was almost every week there was something going on. He has some kind of an ailment going on. He's what coaches call the boo-boo guy. Like, he's always.
Is that? So you just set yourself up for my next AI clip when I get more credits here. Jake's boo-boo guys. That's going to be our injury report section.
Guys that are always like, they're always hurt. They're always limping around. There's always an ailment or something.
Roethlisberger. That's Roethlisberger, right?
He's
got injured so that he could build up the story.
I get it.
Roethlisberger was the ultimate boo-boo guy, right? He was like drama. I mean, good. He was a better actor than most actors in Hollywood, but
not Arnold though.
I just feel like I just feel like with Lucas Patrick, I felt like every week in practice he was limping around. There was something going on, and now we got to deal with this. And I don't know. Am I wrong?
He's played multiple seasons in the NFL. He has a lot of wear and tear in his body. He's just at that point in his career where he's going to have these injuries, soft tissue injuries. But, listen, I'm not crazy about him being our starter. Like I said a few minutes ago, I never have been crazy about the signing. He is a quality depth piece, but he's played a lot of years in the NFL. Boo-boo guy.
Well, the thing is
Jake. Coach Jake, not mine.
Coach Jake with the boo-boo guys. The thing is this kind of played into the Bengals' hands. We know Dalton Reisner was going to be starting, whether it was week 2 or week 3. It sucks that Lucas Patrick got injured because he's our backup center, he's our backup guard, but the Bengals didn't have to make a decision now. The decision does come with who's going to be our backup center. Do we get Matt Lee activated? The guy can only play one position. Cordell Volson played some center, but he's on the IR as well. So obviously Jalen Rivers is probably our backup guard for both sides, but we're getting a little thin there at the position. Do you guys think that they could go grab somebody?
I mean, I think they are, right? I mean, you would think they would have to, right? I mean, Mon said it. They're down to 8. I mean, who is the next man up? Cody Ford right now, I guess, is that versatile guy. He's kind of a swing. He's supposed to be the swing tackle. Now he's like the swing guard and tackle. We saw him on that goal line play, the touchdown to Noah Fant. He was playing fullback, so I guess he's the fullback swing too. But I don't know. I think they definitely have to go sign one, right, Mon? I mean, they have 8.
They have. We know who the 5 starters are. We know who they are. Rivers, Lee, and Ford are going to be the other 3 coming off the bench. They activate 8 during the season. There's going to have to be another activation that could be one of the guys on the practice squad.
Does Eric's guy come back? Does the Dakotan come back? Is Cordell Olson going to be coming back on this team?
He's out for the year. His injury's out for the year.
Well, he was designated out for the year, right? He wasn't designated to possibility of returning, was he?
I think they said his injury was going to keep him out for the year.
I thought so too. Yeah,
I didn't see that. I didn't realize.
I don't think the injury designation matters, but yeah.
There's a couple guys on the practice squad they could bring in and play guard, give them some versatility there. But I don't think they're not going to go with 8. I could see one of the defensive linemen getting cut, one of the tight ends. They're heavy at those spots. I could still see a potential safety. I mean, Peppers was just signed by the Steelers. We were thinking about him coming in and being our safety. But let's talk about the other signings.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Before we do have a super chat here, so let's greet that. Appreciate it, Fuzzy Balls with the super chat. I'm trying to get it up on the screen.
Thank you, Fuzzy. We appreciate it.
It is not showing for some reason.
Fuzzy, there it is.
I got it. I did it.
All right.
So Fuzzy says, I appreciate wanting to focus on the run, but T only got 4 targets, had 3 receptions and almost a 4th. The coaching staff needs to be more aware. I don't disagree. Thoughts, guys?
I mean, you spend all that money on receivers. You can't have 10 total targets to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I don't care what kind of coverage you're seeing. Those guys have got to be involved early. The one target they didn't complete was a bad ball by Joe. You know what I mean? So yes, I agree with that 100%. You have to be more aware. But I think part of it's like what Mon said. Zach Taylor, I think he coaches scared when there is a defining defensive player like a Garrett or a Watt. I think he pulls back the play calling because he's scared. I don't know. Mon, your thoughts?
I'll listen, might be controversial. And please, I want everybody just to process what I'm saying here. It was great coaching by the Browns. The Browns want to keep Joe Burrow on the bench. They had the ball 24 minutes. We had the ball 24 minutes. That's it. And that takes away from stats for Joe and Chase and Higgins. It does. And when we were out there, it was 2nd and 11, 2nd and 15, 3rd and 9. And guess what? That plays into Myles Garrett's hand. It plays. The Browns are built to beat us. We historically don't play well against them offensively. They have great defensive backs. They have great pass rushers. It's hard. It's a hard matchup for us. It is a hard matchup, and it makes it worse when you only have the ball for 24 minutes. Guys, I'll say something right now. You guys might think I'm crazy. I would love a coach swap. And I don't hate Zach Taylor. I think Zach Taylor's a good dude. I think he's done great things in Cincinnati. I take Stefanski in a second over him. In a second.
I just think that as a coach, right? As an offensive coach, you cannot allow a defense to dictate to you what you do. Again, as myself, as an OC, taking the head coaching thing out of it, just myself as an OC calling plays. For me, I am never going to let a defense dictate what I do. If I have dudes, I'm going to make sure those guys get the football. And to me, I think that's where this Bengals coaching staff fails, is not finding creative ways to get their best players the football. We see it, guys. We see it with some of these creative offensive coordinators. They find a way to get their guys the football, and Zach Taylor does not do that. He is not good at that.
Jake, let me ask you a question. The way teams are going to play the Bengals,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they want to limit possessions. I'm not trying to be funny. They want to control the clock.
Yeah.
All right. That puts more pressure on our offense because we might only get the ball 6 times a game. We can't afford the punt. We have to basically be perfect the whole game. I think that's added pressure that's unnecessary for our offense. Now, that's where Coach Taylor, who coaches the whole NFL, the whole Cincinnati Bengal roster, not just the offense, needs to tell Al Golden. Al Golden will probably get it fixed. Very promising Sunday, very promising. We got to do something with this 24, 35-minute time of possession. We can't, it's not sustainable. We got to be 29, 30 minutes. You got to be half right there in the middle. And until that happens, I think it's going to, take some of that pressure off the offense.
I just think we got to be more creative. Like, we got to find a way to get Jamar the football and T the football. And
to your point, Jake, we had plays where we faked doing that. We had Jamar Chase in the backfield running a motion, coming back on a jet sweep. You got to get creative. That's what they needed to shake up this game, because you're running that jet sweep. Let Joe pitch it to Jamar. Let him go run for 8 or 9. Maybe he breaks it for 15, but you do need to do something to put them on their heels. Don't just fake that you're going to do that stuff. I just want to pull this up because this was not the first game of the season. This was midway through. This game very much reminded me of the first game against the Browns last year. We won 21-14. Joe Burrow had only 181 yards passing. He had 2 touchdowns, but Chase Brown had 44 yards. He averaged 2.9 yards a carry. We did have a little bit better pass numbers, but it was still 4 for 82. Jamar 5 for 55. It was a very, very similar game. And I think to Mon's point, the Browns have our number, and Zach Taylor and Dan Pitcher have to figure it out because our offensive scheme doesn't work against them. We are going to get moving on, but before
let me just say this. I think it's Jim Schwartz. I think Jim Schwartz has the Bengals number. I don't know if it's Kevin Stefanski because he's the OC and their offense has not done well against us, but Jim Schwartz might have our number. He might have our number.
I want to say one last thing. To have the talent that they have on defense, Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett,
Newsome.
They have multiple. Newsome. They have
Newsome.
so many guys. The linebacker that is out for the year, Collins, is a good defensive tackle. Right. I mean, they are loaded. They have been for years. And for these guys not even come close to ever winning the AFC North, that's criminal. That's criminal.
Yeah,
I just said Stefanski is one of the best coaches. I think he is. I think he's an amazing coach. He's been coach of the year twice. Or maybe once, I'm not sure. But
twice.
I mean,
you got it twice.
Yeah, twice.
No,
He's been coach of the year twice.
I think so.
But still, unbelievable talent, multiple all pros. They just can't piece it together.
Listen, they use the Schwartz guys. The Schwartz is with them. Like we talked Spaceballs a few weeks ago. That's the problem. The Schwartz is with them. I wanted to throw this up immediately, but I didn't want to break your mojo. We're gonna throw this up anytime Mon says the magic words of controlling the clock. That's Mon controlling the clock. He didn't quite catch it, but
hey, I was just going to ask you. I swear to you. Listen, I swear to you. I was going to ask you on our next break in between. I was going to ask you, can we get a graphic of control? It's like you're reading my mind.
Listen,
Eric.
I wanted to do that a while ago, but I just made that while you guys were talking.
Can I see that again? Let me see that one more time. We got to play that.
All right. For audio listeners, there's nothing here. This is just Mon chasing down a humanoid clock.
That is literally, listen, that is literally how fast Mon runs. Like in real life, that is literally how fast he runs.
I'll clean it up a little bit, add some audio. Anytime Jake gives us a hot take, we'll go to his. Anytime Mon says controlling the clock, you're gonna get the video.
Is that me with the clock? Am I supposed to be the clock? Because I'm fast.
That was you, actually. It replaced you.
Listen,
What's happened to the Bengals
I am
Pulse?
like a 4.47 guy, so I am
What
definitely
has
faster.
happened to the Bengals Pulse? What's happened to the show?
Listen, Tron has taken over. I'm sorry. It is what it is, but you got graphics now, and
That's
yeah,
great. I love
you know what? At some point, we could just feed the podcast into AI, and AI will do the podcast for us.
Oh my God.
Listen, chat people, quit complimenting him. No, stop it.
Yay! I'm gonna have a using the Schwartz too. All right, let's move on.
Wait. We did talk about the DN that we signed.
That's what we're moving on to.
All right, let's move on.
Let's move on to the Bengals signing. The Bengals picked up a defensive tackle, some mixed reviews on him. Jake, why don't you tell us what happened?
Well, first of all, Mike Pennell is now officially on the roster. He was moved up, but now the Bengals officially moved him up. I think he's taking Lucas Patrick's spot there. Yes, Isaiah Foskey is interesting, right, guys? He was a captain. He was a captain at Notre Dame. He is a guy who I think we have heard mixed reviews from Saints fans, and then you have Miles Cole, who is also signed to the practice squad. So you got two defensive linemen signed to the practice squad. Miles Cole, a 7th round draft pick from Jacksonville. But Isaiah Foskey's kind of an interesting one, right? He's the one that we heard a lot about. Only a 3rd-year player. Says here he was a 2nd round pick for the Saints. Says here he played in 27 games over 2 seasons, totaling 17 tackles, a half sack, and 1 pass defense. He was waived by the Saints on August 26th. We've heard not so many good comments from Saints fans, but that doesn't really mean anything, to be honest with you. They might have the worst team in football. So, I think this is an interesting signing because of the situation on the defensive line, a situation that played, I thought, very well on Sunday. But does this mean that we have somebody in the doghouse, or are they bringing these guys in for numbers? What's going on? Is McKinley Jackson? We're hearing rumors that he might be in the doghouse. Is that true? Why else do you go out and sign 2 guys, both of them versatile? One of them 6'6", 280. The other one 6'5", 280. So those are kind of those 53.
Well, they're practice squatters right now, and
Yeah.
I love the signings. I love it because one was a 2nd rounder and the other guy was a draft pick, 7th round pick. One thing that caught my eye on it is 6'6", 280, 6'5", 280.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the 2010 Bengals with Michael Johnson and Carlos Dunlap.
Yeah.
They wanted these big guys. Look at Stewart. Stewart's so tall and he bats down passes. These are the kind of defensive ends they want. This is what they want. I would not be surprised if they take over for a Cam Sample or, eventually come in and play some snaps. I really see that. To me, I don't have a problem with Joseph Osai. He's a situational pass rusher. He's a liability against the run. He's a liability against the run.
In that way, right? I mean, he was playing every down on Sunday morning.
I know.
He wasn't a
situational
guy, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But that was only one game. We'll see how it goes. But these guys are big-bodied. They can give you some versatility and maybe play some, slide them inside on 3rd and long. I love it. I love it. When you get a second round pick, okay, he's bounced around, things haven't worked out for him, but he's a talented individual. And I'm not trying to say he's going to be Reggie Nelson. Reggie Nelson bounced around. Reggie Nelson went for, he was going to get cut by the Jags, and he went to the Bengals, had a very productive 6-7 year career with Cincinnati. Hey, maybe this could happen with him. He's a talented player. Al Golden knows him, Notre Dame's all-time sack leader. He makes the Bengals better. And I would not be stunned if these guys get called up and give us some snaps during the season.
And so we did hear people from the Saints fans that weren't really too excited about him. But when you know that Al Golden coached him, to me, that kind of, you throw that out the window, because if he coached him and he wants him on the team, obviously he thinks he can handle that. So is this another one of Golden's boys, or could this be a good pickup? I mean, or is it just an Al Golden project?
No, I mean, it definitely has something to do with it, right? That he played for Al Golden. I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
They cut the other defensive lineman off the practice
Isaiah
squad,
Thomas.
And replaced him with Bosky, who's taller and bigger, a little more weight. The Cincinnati Bengals are all in on stopping the run with the defensive line. Slayton, Pennell being on the active roster now, no longer on the practice squad. 2 defensive ends that are 6'6", 280 that can set the edge. They're bigger. They weigh 20 pounds more than Osai, 20 pounds more than Cedric Johnson. And they're athletic. Their athletic score was through the roof. So the Bengals, this is what Mike Zimmer did. This is the kind of makeup Mike Zimmer wanted in defensive line. And it's just funny how the Bengals, 15 years after, the heyday of Mike Zimmer, they got 2 big defensive linemen that he would have loved.
Yeah. Well, we did see an article, and I think Jake sent it to us, a good article about how the NFL is evolving back to having to stop the run. It's not always about being cute. So let's move on here, because we're quite a bit into the show here. Let's get to the part of the show that Jake has just been dying to get to. Thankfully we don't have to pay for every time that this animation is used, but let's go. Actually, I should charge you guys royalties.
AFC North predictions.
That's awesome. I mean, every time I watch it, I smile. I love it.
Old League would be better if it was Jake's voice, then he would put it at his ringtone. AFC North predictions. Let's get started here. The Seahawks travel to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers Sunday at 1:00. Aaron Rodgers, crazy comeback game against his old team. Was that just a Aaron Rodgers fresh out of a darkness retreat? I'm going to throw 4 touchdowns against my old team, or is that something that the AFC North should be afraid of? And let's go to Mon first.
I saw that stat line. It reminded me of West Virginia football with Geno Smith. They throw a ball like the Tavon Austin, 1 yard is considered a touchdown, a little around jet sweep kind of thing. I think he does make the Steelers a better player. He's not the Aaron Rodgers from 10 years ago. He still has that unbelievable arm. If they can keep him protected, he's going to deliver it. The Steelers have a lot of talent. They're not going to lose their home opener this week against the Seahawks. It's not going to happen. Seattle's a solid team, but home openers in the NFL are just, I think the Steelers are up 7-0 already. The game hasn't even started. Pittsburgh's going to win. It's going to be, are we giving the score right now? 31-24, Steelers over the Seahawks.
Jake, thoughts and prediction?
Yeah, no way the Seahawks are going 0-2. That's not happening. Seahawks are a much better team than what we saw last week against the 49ers. And the Steelers, I'm going to be honest with you, the Jets, that whole division, excluding Buffalo, that whole division is absolutely atrocious. The Jets are atrocious. The Patriots are awful. it might be the worst division in football. And then you throw in the Dolphins, whose coach is probably going to get fired before week 4. So, yes, the Seahawks, that whole thing that you saw last week was Aaron Rodgers playing against his old team. And he played well. I mean, I don't want to take that away from him, but the Seahawks are a better football team. I have the Hawks winning this football game 34-20. 34-20 Seahawks by 2 touchdowns. They will not go 0-2. There's no way.
Very, very interesting. The Justin Fields did point out one thing. He said, the Steelers pride themselves on defense. They went out and signed all these guys, and we put up 32 on them. So he did point out, this lock 'em down defense gave up 32 to Justin Field-led Jets. So
they're not good.
Hopefully they're fool's gold for everybody else. So moving on, Browns at Ravens, also a 1:00 game. Can the Browns do the best thing ever and go and take out the Ravens like they've done in years past? Browns need a bounce back game as well. Jake, go first on this one.
You want me to go first because I'm going to say, listen.
I'm alternating in fairness.
Can you imagine if the Bengals got to play the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the Jets twice a year? I mean, not to take anything away from Buffalo, but man, that's like 6 layups. All right, so listen, let me tell you what's going to happen here. Joey Flacco is going to go into Baltimore and upset the Baltimore Ratbirds. Listen, what you saw on Sunday night is what we see all the time from this Ravens team, and that is a team that cannot finish games. It cannot put people away. They have choked numerous times. Harbaugh, I think that I saw a stat where Harbaugh has blown more leads than any other head coach in football. I'm going to tell you right now, the Cleveland Browns defense is built to stop the Ravens offense. That is the team that they are built to stop. The Cleveland Brownies are going to go into Baltimore. Listen.
We got to pay Fuzzy Balls for this one. He deserves a super chat. Drug test Jake.
Listen to me when I tell you this. The Cleveland Browns are going in. Joe Flacco and company, Myles Garrett and company, they are going to win, I'm going to say 21-20 Cleveland Browns over the Baltimore Ravens. Watch and see.
Jake, I want you to be right. You're not going to be. If the Ravens would have held on and won against the Bills, I think the Browns might have a little bit of a shot. The way they lost that game against Buffalo, Baltimore is going to throttle Cleveland. Absolutely throttle them. I expect 38-10. No way Baltimore loses to the Browns. I hope they do. If you are right, I'll buy you a Snickers bar. I'm telling you right now.
You owe me a lot. You owe me a lot.
Hold on. We're going to be in Cincinnati, and Jungle Jim's Market sells giant Snicker bars. I swear, they're probably. I'm sure we can get them there. So,
listen, Mon already owes me a lot of Snickers.
Hey,
bars.
Bruce, bring those Dockers. Bring those
All right,
Dockers to Cincinnati.
We'll get to his comments at the end here. All right, let's get to the Bengals game. Let's talk some keys to the game.
Keys to the game.
In that graphic, I gotta know what Mon's saying, because actually in the original clip it had Jake drawing the stuff and Mon saying they have to control the clock, but I cut that out because his mustache was down to here and I couldn't get the audio back. So, all right, guys, give us your keys to the game. Bengals at Jaguars.
My wife is laughing at the graphic. My wife is in the background laughing. She's watching on TV,
laughing that they're so awesome.
It looks just like Mon. It's really crazy.
I'm going to print it and have it.
Flanders. I look like Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. That's what I look like.
Well, Oakley Dokley. I mean, own it. Own it, Mon.
Own it.
Oakley Dokley. Let's start talking like that. All right, guys. Give us your keys to the game, and then all right. Mon, give us 3 keys to this game, and then Jake, give us 3 keys to the game, and then we'll get your score predictions.
Okay.
Protect Joe
Mon.
Burrow. Sorry. You ready? Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead. Project Joe Burrow, you said.
We got to protect Joe. Obvious. Captain Obvious comment. Protect Joe. Give him time. And we have to control the clock. Okay? Number 1, protect Joe. Number 2, get this offense running. If that happens, Chase, Higgins, Brown, even the tight ends, Noah Fant, they're going to go off. The big key is we have to contain Travis Etienne. We have to. If he starts running, we're in trouble. That's where we're going to look at 6-7 possessions max in this game. More pressure on the offense because they can't punt. That's 3. I gave you multiple. I want to see the Jaguars punter on the field a lot in this game. I want to see them punting the ball. If that happens, we win. We win easily. We're going to win easily regardless. Cincinnati 31, Jacksonville 17.
Jake?
One of them Mon is right. Travis Etienne, 16 carries, 143 yards this past week, averaged 9 yards a carry. Listen, guys, I'm just going to say what it is. Trevor Lawrence is not a good quarterback. And when you play a quarterback that is not good, yes?
Jake's Hot Takes.
Why do I have a beard on that one, and I don't have a beard when I'm drawing on the chalkboard? I guess that's after my wife.
Ice, come and get him. Ice, come and get him. Ice, come and get him.
All right.
Give us your hot take again.
All right, here we go. Trevor Lawrence is not a good quarterback. He's really, again, I would say he's a bottom tier quarterback in the NFL. When you play a guy like that, you want to make sure you need to make sure that he has to beat you. And to me, the Bengals have got to stop the run, like Mon said. They have got to stop Travis Etienne. He's an explosive player out of the backfield. Trevor Lawrence, I don't know if you saw some of the highlights or lowlights from the game against Carolina. He missed a lot of throws, guys. He overthrew a couple of those receivers. Brian Thomas wide open. He overthrew him. Trevor Lawrence is just not good. He's not accurate. He's not good out of the pocket. The Bengals have got to get pressure on Trevor Lawrence. They've got to get a lead and make him beat them, because Trevor Lawrence is not capable of doing that. And I think offensively, again, we talked about it earlier, the Bengals have got to come out and they have got to get Jamar and T involved early. They have got to get those two guys involved early. You cannot wait until the second and third quarter to get those guys involved in the offensive game plan. You got to come out right out the gate. You got to get Jamar involved. You got to get T involved. If that means get creative, you got to get creative with it. But you have got to get those two guys involved, the two best players on offense besides Joe Burrow involved, and involved early in this game. If they do that, I'm with Mon. I think this game isn't even – it'll be fun to watch because we're all going to be there. But I think Bengals win this thing big. Yes, Mon.
No, I agree. I just want whenever you're done. I just got something else to say. I want to say.
But I think the Bengals have got to put the ball in Joe's hands and let him get Jamar and T involved. I think Chase Brown needs to get more involved too in the pass game. Again, he ran the ball 20 plus times on Sunday, averaged 2-point-something yards a carry. His strength is catching the football out of the backfield. And I think the Bengals need to get him more involved with that in the pass game. So I just want to see those guys. Zach, be creative. These teams are going to try to take those guys away. You got to be creative. You got to figure a way to get them the ball. Bengals win this football game 38-10. Bengals win their home opener against the Jacksonville Jaguars 38-10.
I just want to say one other thing. Ross brought this up, my fellow West Virginian. I had a rant earlier in the off season. I just want to say something, and thanks for bringing it up, Ross. We won 3 games at Paycor last year. Championship NFL teams don't win 3 home games.
That's crazy.
Championship NFL teams are unbeatable at home. Championship teams that we want to be need to be dominant at their home stadium. The Cincinnati Bengals need to win. We have 9 home games this year. We better win 7. We better win 7 of them.
Yeah.
We better win them. I mean, I'd like to win them all, but 7-2 at a minimum.
Yeah.
We have to have teams come into Paycor like, hey, we're about to get our asses whooped here. Because I don't think teams are afraid to come to Paycor. They weren't last year. We need to change that script, and it starts this Sunday at 1 o'clock. Jake, I like your prediction. I have them winning by 14. You have them winning by 28. Hell, man, just win. Let's do it.
Yeah, and we saw that in 2022 where we had a home field advantage. It was crazy, and we have lost that. And we were a little concerned with this year. We thought we'd lose it to an international game, but instead we've got 9 home games, and that's pretty awesome. That's not often that you can get actual 9 home games, and we should be able to parlay that into going out there and getting home field advantage for the playoffs.
9 wins. I mean, you have to win at home. You have to win at home. And Ross is right. Mon is right. You cannot lose games you should win at home. And this is a game. Listen, this is no knock on the Jags, but the Bengals are a superior team to this football team, and they need to take care of business at home. You're right. Championship teams do not lose at home.
We don't lose at home. We talk about having the best offense in football. I stand behind it. But you know what? They need to back it up. You can't be 3-5 at home like last year. You can't be 3-5, and it starts this week.
Well,
all right, Eric.
It costs us.
Any more graphics, Eric? Any more graphics?
Yeah, actually, I got one more for you, Bruce.
I love mine.
Brucey B just said, you know what? It's a shame that Mon's not wearing khakis. So I whipped it up real quick. I don't know why Eric doesn't have legs, but Mon's got khakis. So there you go, Mon. Don't threaten me or don't try and put me on the spot because I've always got another graphic for you. So with that, Cincinnati this weekend, Bengals Pulse, Cincinnati Invasion. The 3 of us will be there. Zim will be there. I think Mon and his son will be all over on Friday. The rest of us will be there Saturday into Saturday night during the game. What do you guys think? You got any big plans, places to tell people to find you?
Go ahead, Mon. I mean, we're going to be pretty much the same place, right?
Yeah, Saturday I'll be at the zoo during the day, but we're going to head to the Banks. I want to watch my WVU Mountaineers hopefully rebound and beat Pitt. I'm going to be at the Grail and plan on being there throughout the night. Hopefully a lot of other podcasters are there and love to meet a lot of our fans. We're going to be on the Banks Saturday night. Please come out and say hi, and we'll be tailgating on Sunday also.
Yes,
for sure.
Say hi.
So we'll probably be wearing our Bengals Pulse shirts. You got to self-promote so people can see us. But I'm sure you're going to know who we are without our Pulse shirts, just from the amazing mustache and Jake's shadow of a beard. If you know us, come up and say, hey, you're from the Bengals Pulse. It really blows our families away when that happens.
Yeah, if you don't like our show and you don't like us, please be nice. We're nice people.
Listen, the thing is, all I expect is Brucey B. Brucey B said he's going to be there. We have to meet Brucey B. And if he's not, okay, he said he's going to be Dockers. I want these to be Walmart branded Dockers. I want, if he doesn't show up with a pair of Dockers for Mon, we're going to be very disappointed.
Bruce, I just want you, I know it's been a running joke for over a year now. I don't need another pair of Dockers. It's all good.
That's why you should get them.
Donate them to charity or something. I love you, but we want to meet you this weekend.
So on that note, okay, we're going to be around the Banks. We're going to be at the zoo. We'll probably be at Jungle Gyms. At least my family and I will. If you see us, come up and say hi. No problem. But no matter what, you will find us in the stadium. Jake and his son and me and my boys, we try and let the kids chase autographs so if you're trying to really nail us down and find us, we're going to be in there. We're going to be in there early with our 5th third pass, but we're going to be right over by the Bengals entrance probably to the left. That's where we got Jamar Chase autograph last year. But Chase is down. We'll be there. We usually don't go up to our seats until the guys go back into the locker room. So if you're looking for us all weekend and you can't find us, that's where you will find us. We'll be in the front row. We'll be begging T. Higgins to get an autograph, and hopefully it happens.
Yeah, we need T's. We need T's. T's one of the only ones I think we have not met yet.
I'm a little disappointed because I bought the T jersey before he re-signed, weeks before he re-signed. He re-signed, and now the home opener is an orange out. My T jersey is black, so
I'll be around there, guys. I'm not an autograph seeker, but I'll be wearing.
You're just an autograph giver. We know.
An autograph giver. Obviously, Mon. He's talked in third person the entire night, so
he's on another level.
When my autograph, unfortunately, is work write-ups where I get in trouble. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen, please. I just need one Bengals Pulse fan. When you see Mon, make him autograph something, please. We will. His family will never hear the end of it.
Please don't. I do
please
not
do it
about that because I'll run
actually,
the other way scared.
What I need you to do is go up to when Mon and Jake are standing together and say, "Can I get your autograph?" And when Jake says, "Oh, okay," just say, "No, not you, him."
I do not. I cannot. Mon and I are on the same flight home. It's like at 5:30 in the morning. And I do not want to hear for an hour and a half about somebody asking Mon for an autograph. So please do not do that.
I'm paying somebody now.
It would be way too early of a flight for me to have to listen to Mon giving autographs.
I'm paying for it to happen. I'm going to get it. It's going to happen.
Saturday night we'll be downtown on the Banks. Please come up. We'd love to meet you. And we'll have a good time. And we appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you.
One last note, we most likely will not be doing a show Sunday night just because of the logistics of being up there, being in different hotels. I do believe Ace is going to go live. We will be here for you Tuesday night to give our thoughts on the game, our thoughts on our trip to Cincinnati, and talk about the 2-0 Cincinnati Bengals. With that, Jake, why don't you take us out of here?
Hold on, just real quick. My son lives in Atlanta, and they go to that Hudson Grill in Sandy Springs. They say it's a Bengal bar. They say it's really great. Yeah. Brian. My son's been there. Him and his wife, and they love it.
Haven't you been there, Mom?
No, I was going to go there for the Eagle game last year, but then I fell through at the last minute. But I'm gonna make a trek there. I hear it's really nice.
You hear that, Brian? Next time we are up Atlanta way, we will definitely stop by. What is the name of it again? The Hudson Grill?
Yeah,
definitely going to stop by the Hudson Grill.
Future sponsors of the Bengals Pulse. Love it. Jake, take us out of here.
All right, guys. As always, if you like this podcast, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. Make sure you check us out on all the awesome podcast platforms, Apple, Stitcher, Spotify. As always, guys, if you like this podcast, make sure you give Mon and I and Eric that 5-star review. We'd very much appreciate that. Even if it's for Eric's graphics, give us that 5-star review. As always, follow Mon on Twitter at @TheFireMon. Follow me on Twitter at CoachJakeOwens9. Follow Eric on Twitter at eFlash with 2 H's 88. Follow the Wednesday Podcast Network on Twitter at Wednesday Pod. And as always, guys, follow the Bengals Pulse on Twitter at the Bengals Pulse. The same on Instagram without the @ the Bengals Pulse. And as always, guys, check out all the awesome podcasts right here on the Cincinnati Podcast Network. Guys, come see us. Please come see us Saturday night. We would love to meet all of you because we love you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you listening to Mon rant and rave and listening to all my good takes. We appreciate all of that. You guys are the best. We love you. He is Eric. He is Mon. I am Jake. Hooday, Bengal fans. We will see you on the Banks Saturday night.
We're nice. We are nice. We are nice.